Well, the only reason we're having such toxic discussions and such toxic language being used is because we shouldn't be having a debate about a race-based system of anything inside Australian politics in the first place. And so it's led to this horrific environment. But on your website, Barnaby, it says, instead of platitudes, we believe in frontline, evidence-based solutions to address closing the gap targets. As many people have mentioned, there are thousands of Indigenous bodies that the Australian taxpayer is very generously funding, and there's also state contributions as well. Now, this is a huge amount of money tied up in this industry. Does Prime Minister Anthony Albanese owe the Australian people an audit on the current situation before we do anything radical, like introducing race to our constitution?
Well, what it shows is it's not the first time we've addressed this. The National Aboriginal Congress, the National Aboriginal Consultative Committee, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Commission, we've had a myriad of Indigenous/Aboriginal groups, and when they've become either inadequate, obsolete, or become captured by nepotism, we've managed to legislate them out. But if you bring this change in, the next group is there in perpetuity. You can't do anything about it. It's there forever. And tens of billions of dollars a year we spend on Indigenous issues. And I think that what Warren Mundine and others and Jacinta and many other senior Aboriginal/Indigenous leaders are saying, we're concerned this will just turn into a clique of a certain group of people who now have a constitutional right to be there forever and collect the largesse of the taxpayer on the way through, and it's not actually going to close any gap. The kids on the street in Cunnamulla, their lives will remain the same. The children on the street in Alice Springs, nothing major is going to happen to them. And in my area, where you have people who were born in the same hospital, went to the same primary school, went to the same high school, but one identifies as Caucasian, white, one identifies as Aboriginal. Apparently, those two people in the same street and houses next door are going to have appropriated to them different constitutional rights by reason of the colour of their skin. Now, I can't see how people on the so-called progressive side of politics have somehow decided in their mind that that is a proper thing. It is the most bizarre thing. And the great thing about Australia is we are egalitarian. I meet you as you walk up to me. You are who you are as you walk up to me. Walk up as a fool, I treat you as a fool. Walk up as prudent, I treat you as prudent. Walk up as hardworking, I treat you as hardworking. Walk up as a thief, I'll treat you as a thief. But this says, oh no, Australia's put that aside, and now we've sort of decided we're going to go back to 1800s England and how we sort of calibrate people. Give me a break.
Well, I have had one question as an online editor from a lot of our readers, and they'd like to ask you this question. Have you seen any information from the Prime Minister's office to assure us that this will not become another corrupted or wasteful organisation that exists but does not actually have any quotas to achieve anything? Have you seen anything to suggest that it's going to be actually functional?
Well, obviously not, nor have I seen the Solicitor General's advice. And now we have this sort of weasel words that they will tell us about the form of what the Attorney General said, or the Solicitor General said, but they won't actually show us the words. But they did when they were talking about the previous Prime Minister's multiple ministries, and they made it a statement of their virtue. We won't see that. We won't see the legislation. We won't see the legislation until after the referendum. That's like saying you're not going to see your bride or your prospective partner for life until after the wedding. You know, this is sneaky. This is really, really sneaky how this is coming about. And I hope the Australian people don't get sucker punched, because the greatest argument at this stage is trying to inspire guilt, trying to inspire the aspect that you're somehow a racist if you vote no. No, actually, when you vote no, you're voting against racism in our Constitution, not for it.